WeWork, a name that quickly became synonymous with the modern co-working movement. It sounded like a good idea, right? A place where entrepreneurs, freelancers, and small businesses could come together. Shared office spaces, cool designs, free beer. It was more than just a workspace. It was a lifestyle. It was like college, but for adults who pretended to like their jobs. A place where work and play blended seamlessly. Starting in 2010, WeWork offered a new way to work. It was a revolutionary concept that promised to change the way we think about office spaces. It was popular, especially with startups and freelancers. These were the people who needed flexibility and a sense of community the most. People like the flexibility and the sense of community. It wasn't just about having a desk. It was about being part of something bigger. WeWork tapped into a real need for flexible workspaces. The traditional office model was rigid and uninspiring. The traditional office was becoming outdated. Rows of cubicles and fluorescent lighting were no longer appealing. People wanted more freedom and collaboration. They wanted spaces that inspired creativity and innovation. WeWork provided that, and it grew incredibly fast. From a single location, it expanded to cities around the world, becoming a global phenomenon. WeWork's success was fueled by a few key things. It wasn't just a fluke or a stroke of luck. It was a carefully orchestrated series of strategic moves and visionary ideas. First, it had a great product. The concept of shared workspaces wasn't new, but WeWork took it to another level. They created spaces that were not only functional, but also aesthetically pleasing and inspiring. People loved the stylish offices and the vibrant community. It wasn't just about having a desk, it was about be part of a dynamic and engaging environment. The sense of community and the opportunities for networking were unparalleled. Second, it had a charismatic leader in Adam Newman. His vision and energy were infectious. He could sell the dream of WeWork to anyone, from employees to investors. His leadership was a key driver in the company's early success.
We envisioned a future where work wasn't just about a place you go, but something you experience. We wanted to redefine the very concept of work, making it more flexible, enjoyable, and fulfilling.
Third, it had a lot of money. Financial backing is crucial for any startup, and WeWork had it in spades. The company attracted significant investment from some of the biggest names in venture capital. Investors poured billions into WeWork, believing it was the next big thing. They saw the potential for massive returns and were eager to get in on the ground floor. This influx of capital allowed WeWork to scale rapidly. This combination of factors led to explosive growth. WeWork wasn't just growing, it was skyrocketing. The company opened new locations at a breakneck pace, each one more impressive than the last. WeWork expanded globally, opening hundreds of locations. It seemed unstoppable. From New York to Tokyo, WeWork became a household name, synonymous with modern, flexible workspaces. But as we'll see, this rapid growth masked some serious problems. Beneath the surface, there were issues that would eventually come to light, challenging the very foundation of WeWork's success. As WeWork grew, so did concerns about its business model. Initially, the company was celebrated for revolutionizing the office space industry, offering flexible workspaces that cater to the needs of modern startups and freelancers. However, as the company expanded rapidly, cracks began to appear in its seemingly flawless facade. One red flag was Neumann's lavish spending. Adam Neumann, the charismatic CEO, was known for his extravagant lifestyle, which included purchasing a private jet and living in luxurious homes. His spending habits were not just personal, they extended to the company as well. He bought a private jet, invested in questionable ventures, and made several high-risk business decisions that raised eyebrows. These investments often seem more like personal whims than strategic business moves, and even trademark the word we. This move was seen as a bizarre attempt to monetize the very essence of the company's brand, further fueling concerns about Neumann's leadership.
The extravagant spending was alarming. News outlets began to report on Newman's excessive expenditures, painting a picture of a CEO who was out of touch with the financial realities of his company. It raised questions about the sustainability of the business model. Critics argued that WeWork's rapid expansion was built on shaky financial ground, with a business model that was not sustainable in the long term.
Another concern was WeWork's complex corporate structure. The company's organizational setup was convoluted, making it difficult for investors and analysts to get a clear picture of its financial health. It owned some buildings, but leased most, creating a risky financial situation. This leasing model meant that WeWork had significant long-term liabilities, which could become problematic if the company failed to maintain high occupancy rates. Despite these warning signs, investors continued to pour money into WeWork, the deal driven by the fear of missing out on the next big thing. The hype around WeWork was so intense that many overlooked the glaring issues, hoping that the company's visionary approach would eventually pay off. Section 4. The downfall, from IPO aspirations to near collapse. In 2019, WeWork tried to go public. This means it wanted to sell shares of the company to the public. But when investors looked closely at WeWork's finances, they got spooked.
WeWork was losing a lot of money. Its business model was unsustainable.
The IPO failed spectacularly. WeWork's valuation plummeted. Neumann was forced out. The company was on the brink of collapse. Section 5. Lessons for entrepreneurs. Building a sustainable business. WeWork's story offers valuable lessons for entrepreneurs.
First, focus on building a sustainable business model. Don't prioritize growth over profitability. Second, be mindful of spending and financial management. Don't be like Adam Neumann.
Third, be transparent with investors and stakeholders. Don't hide problems.
Finally, don't be afraid to adapt and change. The market is constantly evolving.
Section 6. Lessons for investors. Due diligence and recognizing red flags. Investors can also learn from WeWork's downfall.
Second, pay attention to the numbers. Don't ignore financial red flags. First, do your homework. Don't get caught up in hype.
Third, be wary of charismatic founders. Charm can be blinding.
Finally, diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Section 7. Conclusion. The enduring impact of WeWork's story. WeWork's story is a cautionary tale of ambition, greed, and the dangers of Silicon Valley hype. It reminds us that even the most promising startups can fail, but it also highlights the importance of innovation, adaptability, and sound business practices. By learning from WeWork's mistakes, both entrepreneurs and investors can make smarter decisions and build a more sustainable future for everyone.